Welcome to Monday Morning Leadership Huddle. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray. This is where I provide you with tips and tools to drive your leadership purpose. What's going on, leaders? Are you ready for another week? Are you ready to kickstart your week to lead with authenticity, to foster innovation, to be an active listener? Yep, to be an active listener. If you're ready, hey, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button so you can be at the right place at the right time, receiving the right information to be a purpose-driven leader. You know, we're going to wrap up what we've been discussing the last couple weeks around these principles of living that deals with seeking, knocking, and asking. You know, it all came from just meditating on the scripture in the Bible, Luke 11, and Jesus providing I guess a parable, so to speak, to his disciples, helping them get an understand about being persistent. And he told them, hey, here's a guy that came to his friend's house at midnight to ask for bread, but his friend was already in bed. But because of the guy's persistence, because of him being consistent and continuing to knock, continuing to ask, the friend gave him what he needed. And the whole idea was that, hey, whoever seek shall find, whoever knock, the door shall be open, and whoever asks shall receive. So we talked about the gift of asking and these mindsets that we're able to receive, not even knowing, right? These hidden gifts. We talked about the power of knocking and the transformation that takes place when we are knocking, what we're able to experience. And then lastly, we're going to talk now about, I guess you can say, 3 significant outcomes of asking. And I want to start with this first one, right? Humility. When we're asking, we're able to practice humility. Because again, just think about and reflect on your journey in life, moments where you had to simply swallow your pride and ask. It could have been for a job. It could have been, hey, can I ask for a raise? It could have been, hey, ask for support in your business. It could have been asking for support from family that I don't want to ask them. You had to swallow your pride and ask. And when I think about asking, I think about it in several ways, because out of all three of these principles of living, asking really resonates with me, because I think about as a young child, and when I think about what prohibits me or what limits my ability to ask, or what's the stumbling blocks of me asking, why I have a stigma around that, or why people may experience that, a stigma around asking. And I think about when, as a young child, we may have asked, quote unquote, a dumb question in class and got ridiculed for it, or when we went to the store and our parents say, don't you ask for anything, you know what I'm saying? Or when we have been in moments, even as an adult, where I know they just repeated this, but I wasn't paying attention, or I didn't really understand it, but yet I don't want to prolong the meeting, so I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. Humility. The biggest outcome, and I'm starting with this first one, when we are practicing humility, or when we practice asking, the significance of asking is that we're able to develop humility. We're able to put aside our pride, our image, what people may think of us, and we're able to humanize the ability to be very intentional. We're able to humanize our vulnerability and simply ask. You know what? I really don't know, but can you help me with this? Or, I'm having difficulty with this, and I need help. I'm looking to launch this business. I don't have all the funds. Could you help me? Ask is the first significance. The second significance of asking is the development of communication. What I mean by that, one thing we have to realize when we are practicing asking, or when in order for us to overcome this obstacle, in order for us to receive what we're looking for and ask, many times the misconception is, well, they should already know what I need. They can be family, they can be friends, they can be my business partner, they can be my wife, they can be my husband, they can be my kids. They should already know. And family, the reality is they don't know. I don't know what you need. In order or until you really provide clear communication to you, clear communication to me on the specifics that you need of how I can support you. By asking, we're developing better communication styles or better communication skills. Because now we're able to clearly think about, okay, here's how you can support me. Here's what support I need. And family, it wasn't until I really became an entrepreneur and, worked on different events, that I really had to practice that. Because, I have many times I gotten in my feelings like, they should know this. I'm doing this, but they don't know. They're not in your head. They're not there with you 24/7. But if you just be very clear and communicate very clearly of what you need support in, here's what I'm asking. Here's the ask. We do that. I've used that, I guess you can say, style of email of just kind of boldly putting as like, here's the ask. After you get all this information in the email, here's the ask, right? Those that, special in leadership, those that, work in business. Sometimes, okay, just get to the ask. Here is the ask. Okay. The significance or the outcome, the second outcome of, or the second significance of asking is the outcome that we're able to develop is better communication. We're able to sharpen our communication skills because we're able to be clear. We're able to provide that clarity and be specific to what we need. The third thing, the third significant outcome of asking is that we're able to learn how to receive. Let that marinate a little bit. Because as I was just kind of thinking and preparing for this, like that stood out to me. It's like Jesus said, those that ask shall receive. And maybe in this part, you know what? I have the maturity of asking, but I need to learn how to receive. I need to learn how to be appreciative. I need to learn how to be grateful of what I receive. If you have kids, you can you can probably see a number. You can probably think of countless times where your kids may have asked you something for food or whatever, and then when you give it to them, they're like, "What is this? What this? Didn't you ask for this?" And the way that they receive it is so ungrateful. Which that right there, that truly that pisses me off at times, family. If I can be honest, make me want to you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. And you're not gonna be thankful. You're not gonna be appreciative. I never forget, and I have shared this story, but my father, one moment every Friday. And this is when, every Friday was our day to eat McDonald's. So we just kind of knew, even without asking, right? But yeah, it was one moment when we received it. We received it in such ungrateful way because we didn't say thank you. My father he let us have it. He went in on us. And when you think about it, even, as an adult, right? Because at that point, we were kids, so we didn't know how to receive, right? We're still learning how to receive. But even as adult, they maybe have been moments where, yes, you asked for support, but maybe it wasn't the way you received it wasn't what you expected. Maybe it was something where I expected something differently. Well, I expected that, it was going to be this way. Or it could have been that you asked for something and you got even more than what you asked for. Just receive it. Maybe it's feedback. You ask for feedback, but yet when you receive feedback, you don't know how to receive it. You don't know how to receive it and implement it. The receiving part, I think sometimes the receiving part is just as important as the asking. Because sometimes, and again, this may be it's easy for me to ask. I just ask for it. But yeah, you may have a receiving part, an issue. You may have a gap in gratitude, in appreciation. Yeah, you can show the humility, but you're not allowing it to transform into gratitude because of our inability to receive. You ask for knowledge. You ask to meet with this person, this mentor. But when they try to provide you some wisdom, you don't know how to receive it. When we ask, the significant outcome that we're able to experience are the significant outcomes of asking is that we're able to learn how to receive. We're learning how to receive. You're driving. This just came up in my mind. You're driving, someone trying to get into the lane that you're in. They ask you to get in that lane, but they don't say thank you. Ooh, that makes me mad. That makes me mad right there. Right? Say thank you. Receive. Be appreciative. Demonstrate gratitude. So, 3 significant outcomes of asking: humility, communication, and receiving. We're able to practice humility, develop humility. We're able to strengthen our communication skills. We're able to be appreciative and demonstrate gratitude, and simply receive. Knowing how to receive gifts. Because leadership is not a title, it's a choice. And today we choose to practice humility. We choose to develop our communication skills. We choose to be appreciative and grateful for what we receive, because we understand the significance of asking. Till next time, family, be blessed.